Going on a date? Ask your brother if she's hungry. If she says yes, tell her to eat before you pick her up. Be a man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest podcast this side of the universe, the Ant Money Experience. I am the greatest podcast host on this side of the universe, Sir King Ant Money himself. Glad to have y'all here again. Took a week off last week. First of all, I want to say that the month of January, you can't hear me? But can you hear me? But I want to say,
Yeah, and you fine. Like,
all right, bet. Just making sure. But just want to say, this is the last episode of the. Okay, bet. Just want to say this is the last episode of the Black History Month of 2026. I just want to say, outside of it being Black History Month, February has been a complete shit show. I mean, I've been getting my ass kicked in every surface of life, but still I rise. But I want to thank y'all for coming here this evening. Um, if you are here right now, excuse me, that one was rough. If you are here right now, my bad, my bad, King. I took a week off, but if you are here right now, you are here for the unofficial start of the weekend with your guy, and I hope y'all got some good plans for this weekend. Weather look like it's about to start breaking. We had a rough winter. I hope y'all ladies carry it for sundress season. But if you are here right now, you are also here on a most dangerous podcast network in the world, the big exclusive network. If you have a podcast idea, your podcast needs a home, you want your podcast broadcast on a larger platform, come over and talk to us, man. We got plenty of room. Come over to the winning team, man. Before we go any further, a message from our sponsors. And just like my brother King Stokes did, if you are watching right now, make sure you comment so I could give you your proper shout out. Now, if you would also like to be a co-host on the Ain't Money Experience, make sure you inbox me. Ladies, you know how to get to the front, pull them things right out. Also, if you would like your business, your initiative, your dinners, your weed, your coke, I'm gonna leave it right there. If you would like it spotlighted, highlighted in any kind of way, also DM me so I can put you on the spotlight segment of my show. What up, good brother Mac? Without further ado, actually, before I go any further, let me give a special happy birthday shout out to my goddaughter Peyton, my mean baby. She turned 8. These kids is growing up fast. Had to make sure I definitely said that, but without further ado, 1, 2, 3, bring up my co-host. Niece, what is up?
Hey everybody.
Glad to have you back. It's always a good time when Britt show up. Now, this is just two quarters of my co-host. We got one more co-host on the way. Hi, everybody.
She can't
But
hear you, but you know she
all
always
right.
right here.
Listen, my youngest co-host always makes her presence known. But without further ado, let's jump into the If It Bleeds, It Leads. Now, producer, bring up my first post, please. Rest in peace to Reverend Jesse Jackson. civil rights hero. I mean, there's been some stuff that has come out about him in the past, but you know what? Like the Reverend Farrakhan said, I would never talk bad about him because of the struggles that he has dealt with for our community. Wasn't always the best, but which of us are? But I mean, it's kind of somber that he passed away during Black History Month, but also I think very fitting. But rest in peace to that brother. May he rest in peace. What up, Royalty? But producer, my next topic, please. Britt, I
I'm
want to
here.
know if you
Sorry.
was as hyped as I was about this particular announcement.
No, I actually, when I seen this, I was type of shit because I feel like, why did it take so long? But this
I,
should have been the first. Like, he should have been there first.
for sure, for sure. What up, family? But ladies and gentlemen, Smoking Joe Frazier's statue will be moved to the Philadelphia Museum Art Steps. And I think this is, damn, dyslexia whoop my ass again. Museum of Art Steps, not the museum, whatever. But shout out to that.
We knew what you meant.
Uh,
We knew what you meant.
Joe Frazier is, I mean, if he's not the first, he's one of the first boxing champions that we had come out of Philly. Joe Frazier beat Ali in their first bout. I mean, I believe he's an Olympian, a veteran. Um, it's no issue. It's just that they have the Rocky statue at the art museum, and Rocky is a fictional character, and they actually have two Rocky statues at the art museum. One of them could be Joe Frazier, and which they're doing. I think they're making it right by him. He deserves to be in a place that's more visible, and I think we can have Rocky be at the top because I know that's an attraction. Out of towners and tourists like to come see, but Joe
But I
Frazier was an
think
actual person.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like you. Like, Rocky, not even a real person. Like,
Right.
I get it. I get that he's, it's iconic. All right, we get it. But Joe Frazier is a real person. He put in the real work. So I feel
He whooped
like
Will
I
ass.
said, he should have been there.
He whooped real ass multiple
Like,
times.
I don't understand. I don't.
I
Yeah,
mean, there's always fiction over facts, but I think is it's good to have him in a place that's visible and people can acknowledge his greatness. With
right.
that being said, to start talk about some greatness, producer, bring my next topic up, please. Shout out to these two young ladies that I'm about to show. First being Aaron Jackson, the second being Layla Edwards, two black Olympians in the Winter Olympics. I thought this was so dope and so amazing because Summer Olympics, we kind of got that. People know the work we could put in. For somebody to I was saying like the boxer from Harlem Nights, yo. But two black Olympians to win gold in the Winter Olympics when Winter Olympics is not our thing, especially the second
Right.
young lady, Miss Edwards, because she won hockey. I mean,
I,
skating on
I was
ice.
just, I was just thinking about the fact that I don't even, honestly, I don't really watch the Winter Olympics. Like, I don't.
I might tune into the hockey a little bit. Oh, shout out to what King Stokes said. Layla from the lane. Shout out to that. Shout out to my St. Clair G's. But I think that was absolutely dope, absolutely amazing. And I just love to
Black
see
History
black,
Month.
yep, Black History Month. And I just love to see black women do great things. Especially things, I mean, black women are hands down the most amazing women in the world. But to see them do things that they think we can't do, icing on the cake. But with that being said, producer, my next topic, please. Ha! Now to some Olympic shenanigans. Athletes used up strategic stock, 10,000 contraceptives in a record 3 days. Organizers found themselves in a rather awkward position and promised a new batch but the timing remains unclear. Now, you can take that damn producer. I had heard from a basketball player. He was like, yo, and they call it the Olympic Village. He was like, yo, people be really fucking out there. And I was like, okay, whatever. He was like, yo, they provide condoms for us. And he was like, if you don't get to them in that first day, you're going to have to go out in the field and find it for yourself. But when I seen 10,000 in 3 days,
That's a lot of
good,
fucking. That's a lot of fucking.
good Lord.
That's a lot
Now,
of fucking.
it kind of tracks though. Because if you think about it, it's the wintertime, it's kind of cold. I mean, you stuck in these close quarters because you concentrating on your crack anyway.
I'm
You ain't
cracking
gonna
up
have
at
too
that
much.
comment. I wonder how many broke because that was my first thought. Like they didn't all make it all the way to the end. Like
And you know they wasn't providing the best quality.
yeah, not at that like not in mass amounts like that. They ain't throwing magnums at y'all. Like,
Listen, as a fella that's going through this situation a few times, looking down and seeing it broke is a wild time. Now you hope you see it broke before you
you
reach the
can
finish line
feel
because
it.
that makes for an even worse. I think since we on the topic, what's worse than it breaking and you find it out after is I once looked down and was like, where did it go? Where did it go?
Not where did it go?
Where did it go? Where did it go?
Oh no.
Now that had me sitting there like this. I felt like SpongeBob when that meme where he had to call had to take with the
So,
coffee.
cause what the fuck? Where
Yeah,
did it go? Did you ever
listen.
find out where it went?
Yeah, we found out where it went. She pulled it out. And then that left me even more traumatized for like a week. Then she's like, oh my God, I don't want you coming over this Friday. My period on. Never would have made it. But with that,
Stupid.
with that being said, producer, play my next clip, please.
A terrifying explosion of violence just as an early morning Delta flight was leaving Houston Hobby. A passenger suddenly attacking another passenger as flight attendants climbed over the seats to pull him off.
And then he stumbled and fell in my seat next to me, and I was so scared, so I just put my feet up and my hands up because I was getting ready to kick for my dear life.
Fellow passengers jumped in to help.
Oh my God. He stumbled to the back and just started punching everybody, and before that he was trying to go to the cockpit.
The pilot quickly declared an emergency, returning to Houston.
Now, this was by far, first of all, these airport stories have been wilder and wilder as of late. I mean, after I seen this, I seen a clip where somebody was laying on a tarmac and the plane couldn't leave.
Oh, they was tripping.
So
That's a
before I
different
say
type of
that,
high.
I have a real question. How the fuck are these people with all these issues getting tickets?
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? I got a real question. I get it. I see the comment. He was on PCT. I get it. But my real honest to God question: what did they do to that man?
Oh,
What did
they
they do
beat
to
his
him?
ass.
What? No, like before. What started this? Like, why did he just get up and start teeing off on an
He
airplane full of
just
people?
tipped. So they didn't even arrest him. They put him in for medical evaluation. So it was something serious. So for them to do that, that means after he exited the plane, the police was like, "Nah, something is
Yeah,
seriously
something's
wrong."
wrong. Yeah,
But can you imagine being a young lady? You sitting there, you got your AirPods in your ears,
man.
and you just feel like,
Mm-mm.
"Hey, get your nigga hands off of me."
I'm terrified of the no-fly list, so I be trying to chill regular.
But
But
shout out to the people, because that's also my question. Shout out to the people that jumped in the interview, because that was a large
yeah,
Negro.
he was big. He was
And
big.
for those passengers to jump in, now, niece, you see homeboy tipping, and he leans over you, or better yet, you got the window, and he tipping on your neighbor there, you jumping in to help?
I'm not. That's a big motherfucker, right? I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm not
Yo,
trying to catch one of them. Did you see it? How hard he was swinging? I'm
yo,
not trying to catch one of them. I'm
he was
sorry. I'm cool.
massive.
He ain't mad
Now,
at me. I'm minding my motherfucking business. I promise you.
now this kind of goes into what my lounge talk will be later on, but I feel that as a man, I can't watch another man tip on a woman like that in close proximity like that, and also you fucking up my flight, good brother. So I think that is some wild shit, and
No, that's crazy. I can't. And I'm telling you, I straight would have mind my business. I ain't. I would have probably been recording. I might have recorded a little. I don't want him to see me recording because he might tip on me next. But I ain't jumping him. I don't. That's a fuck
I
drop, baby.
I remember
Hi.
me and my hi, but I remember me and my homie. We was talking about the September 11th flight that crashed in Pennsylvania, and we was like, "Yo, would you have jumped in?" And everybody was like, "No, I'm jumping in. We gonna take him down." I said, "All right, that's fine and dandy." They came out with box cutters and knives and started slicing and slashing before they got to like people jumping in. I dig it. We all gonna fuck bull up. Who getting stabbed first? I listen. You go in first, and I'm gonna come in second. So he gonna
I'm
stab you,
minding
then
my
I'm gonna punch him.
business. No, I'm minding my business. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't like to put myself in situations of danger unnecessarily. Like I don't know.
I,
9/11 is different because it's like everybody life on the plane. I get it. All right,
yeah,
cool. Like, are we all jumping in? All right, cool. Like you said, somebody go first though, because I ain't
yeah, I don't
to
want
go
to
distract them or something, nigga, something.
go up there tap dancing
Um,
while he looking at stabbing you because you tap dancing and acting crazy. I hit him with one of them joints. But another thing, yo, did you see what happened in Mexico last weekend?
yeah. So I'm directly affected by all the shit going on over there right now. Unfortunately, because my job.
Oh, so what you had some things coming in,
We
and it
have
was interrupt.
have we had shit going over and shit coming back, and they're still sending us like loads that they want us to try to get over there. We like no, we just keep sending them back. Like, no, do you see what the fuck is going on over there? No, I'm cool.
So I'm gonna say, I believe it was Monday night. I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be damned if I didn't go back to sleep until 5:30 when my first alarm goes off. I was like, ain't this some bullshit? So I'm just mad scrolling. And
Right.
I came across one of my homies' notes that he wrote on Instagram. And it said, I don't want to go to Mexico no more, more, more. When I tell you, I laughed so
Niggas are
hard
childish.
because that was beyond one of the funniest things I heard in a while. Because if you don't know, that is a classic childhood game. And when I tell you, I just laughed so hard when that happened.
No, that's
But
childish. We don't take black people don't take nothing seriously. Like
nothing.
that's
We,
definitely the joint we learned in kindergarten when we trying to count somebody out the fucking circle. Like
I said, you know what? No matter, the world could be crashing and burning. It's gonna be somebody like, oh, so the world just gonna crash and burn?
yeah, somebody got to crack a joke. Somebody's gonna crack a joke to keep it lighthearted.
For sure, for sure. But producer, with that being said, my next topic, please. Gene Simmons doubles down on his opinion that hip hop has no place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rap doesn't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, niece, what were your thoughts when you saw that?
Um, I don't necessarily disagree. I feel like rap deserves its own accolades.
Oh, oh, I'm not upset with that opinion at all. And that's what also bothers me about BET taking away the hip hop awards and the Soul Train awards, because I'm like, we need our own presence.
Black
We
people
can't
need
keep
their own area. Like it's a different. I feel like it's one of them things where it's like you can't really compete where you don't compare. So I'm not mad at him for saying what he said because it's not. It's two completely different. Because I listen to like all different types of music.
Okay.
So to me, I'm looking at it from, I guess, a different standpoint. But I don't know. I just feel like rap deserves its own. It's that's a whole different level of lyricism, different level of poetry. Like it's a lot of things compounded into rap as a whole.
So I want to get to one of the comments. Is it black owned again? I'm actually not sure because I know BT was purchased a while ago. And I'm going to tell you, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have been watching Black Pluto. It's a free channel. When I tell you Black Pluto is the shit, is what I think BET should be. And I think it's called like BT Black Pluto or BT Pluto. When I tell you it's a free channel, download it. You will have a time. If you ever find a point where you just bored and ain't nothing to watch, this channel had me in a chokehold for a little while now, and that is not an advertisement. But when I tell you, I'm glad that I randomly discovered this. But I think we just gotta stop trying to compete to be in these spaces where we're clearly showing that we're not
wanted. Yeah,
But
we're not wanted there.
but in order to do that, we have to empower each other, because if we don't take each other serious, why wouldn't other people take us as a joke? But before I go any further on this topic, I just want to say, for Gene Simmons, producer, drop it.
Man, sit your dumb ass down and shut.
First of all, Gene Simmons, I mean, not really a Rolling Stones fan. I couldn't tell you a song. I just always liked their logo. But you can shut the fuck up, honestly, because all music evolves. And rock and roll evolved from the blues. Now, you and your group have literally took entire songs from Black X
Yeah.
and did them again.
Right.
I mean, not even trying to put no spice on it. A different beat and singing the same lyrics.
Singing the exact same lyrics. Yeah.
You serve the same meal just without the seasoning.
Right.
But I think that rap in some kind of way is an extension from rock and roll slightly, but also it's an evolution. I don't expect you to like younger music.
Right.
I mean, me personally, I always try to listen to younger artists, even though like I love my classic stuff. I always listen to younger stuff because I never want to get to a point that my ears grow old where he from Kiss? No, he's from the Rolling Stones. No, he is from Kiss. Oh, you're right. My bad. Same shit. But I mean, my statement still remains. I just think that it is insane for them to have all their issues black anyway. For sure. I mean,
absolutely.
Rock and roll started. Okay, my bad. Miss Cannon. Oh, that's Miss Pinkett. Oh, Miss Pinkett is one of my favorite people up here. But I think that rock and roll started from Little Richard. So like, what are we talking about here? But Gene Simmons, you know what? I said you was from Rolling Stone. I was wrong, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm right about. You're a crumb bum.
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you. You don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum.
I was right about that. But y'all know how I like to end. If it bleeds, it leaves. Producer, play my funny clip of the week. When I tell you, I laughed so hard, and it was so relatable because them bowling cutscenes be so fucking extra,
Dead
and it just
ass.
be like, yo, what the.
He has like a whole series of those. I be just sitting there scrolling and watching them Jones. Like he is funny because he them they don't miss. Like that's really when you bowling, it be worse when you miss. Like I'm surprised they did that for a strike because when you miss, them Jones be it be like you really taking shots.
Right.
I love bowling, so
Like, yo, I will walk down the gutter and throw this bowling ball at your screen.
like
I'm already pissed that I missed.
man, they play too much. That was funny though. The Boys in the Hood one. He be doing like relatable Jones. I like his page.
I may have to tap in a little bit more, but that concludes If It Bleeds, It Leads. Producer, let's jump into that lounge talk. Now, my wine cooler topic for this evening, it's not really a question directed towards you, niece. It's more so a question for the audience. I want to ask my audience. I got a few people in here from Philly. I want to ask my Philly guys, how old were you when you fucked your first crackhead?
I seen when you posted that the other day. You stupid.
Because I know that's how niggas from North Philly lose their virginity. So how old were you when you fucked your first crackhead? And don't tell me I'm lying because I got cousins from North Philly and I know how they get down. I've told my North Philly cousin stories on this podcast before, but I'm just joking. But if you thought that was diabolical, wait till you see the video that I have correlated to that question that I'm gonna play next week. Tune in. But also next week, I'm gonna have one of my good friends from Virginia come on, and it'll be the first time I had somebody from my residential area come on a podcast. It should be a good time. One of my good homies. I got my lounge topic talk conversation set up for it. It's actually a really it's a different kind of question. You know what? I'll preview the question here. The question I'll be asking next week for my lounge talk is the question about when you're dating and somebody asks you, what do you bring to the table? Some people really don't like that question. Some people don't have a problem with that question. Tune in next week for more information. But my wine cooler serious question this evening is, what is your favorite white people saying? Now, niece, I know you gotta have one.
I got a couple. I like when white people say gnarly. Damn, you caught me off guard because I got a couple. Damn, gnarly is a good one. I'm trying to think of white people phrases that make me laugh.
Now, it's funny because I had this on my list of wine cooler topics for a minute, but what brought it up is when I tell you work has been whooping my ass, and I was sitting there at work and I'm working on this project, I'm typing away, and the guy behind me is having a conversation on the phone. So as he's having this conversation on the phone, the guy must have been getting on his nerves because when Get a Load of This Guy is one of my favorite.
Yeah, I like that's one of them. Get a load of this kind.
So the guy on the phone, when they were like passive aggressively answering and responding to each other, the guy says, words have meaning. I was like, oh shit. So he said, oh, since you want to play that game, I can delete this and you won't have anything. I said, oh. But I got a couple myself. I'm
trying to think. I'm mad you caught me off guard with that one because I be having a lot of them up my sleeve. Of course, as soon as you ask, they not coming to mind.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get to my guy Stokes' story. I mean, his comment right after I say this. I like when middle-aged white men had the funniest things. So when they get mad at work, they get to it.
Did you see
Yo.
that last comment that said nigga?
Oh no,
What
no,
did
no,
that
no. It's
say?
a story. It's a story behind it. So I was sitting there and I was at work and a guy was just pissed. Our supervisor had said something and he was like, "Why don't you bend me over and fuck me in the ass?" And it was like,
Oh no, absolutely not.
but all they sayings be along those lines. A guy was like, "Hey, you're floating on thin ice, buddy." Oh, that's a but the guy was sitting, I mean, they had some of the funniest. So we were talking about something and something happened at work, and the guy was like, "You know what really chaps my ass? When Chad over there does such as that." Was a funny one. But to get back to what Stokes said, in that me and Stokes went to AIT, which is, if you're unfamiliar with the Army, is where the Army sends you at the basic training to learn your job in the Army. So it's a Saturday. We don't really have too much freedom. So we're kind of hanging around in the lounge. And there was a picture of Black Jesus. And this white guy that we like, he was really quiet, but he was really country. And he walks in and he goes, "Oh, that's nigga dreadlock Jesus." Me and Stokes are the only ones in the room. I look at him, he looks at me, we look at the picture, and I'm like,
No, because what the fuck is you talking about?
I wanna I wanna be mad, but
Mm-mm.
this shit is actually funny. If you would have seen the picture, and it's one of those ones like, you know how you see the white Jesus like this? Is the Black Jesus
Mhm.
like this? But he has a crown of thorns and he has dreads. And I just couldn't believe that he had the audacity to
Nigga,
say it.
dreadlock
And
Jesus.
and we were in a what up comedian tape boogie, but we were sitting there and he saw us before he said it. And we like, I couldn't do anything but laugh, to be completely honest. I couldn't be like, what the fuck you, I didn't have it because when I looked at the picture, I just couldn't say shit.
I would have been so
But
fucking confused.
I, it was I think
Like,
that's what made me laugh,
just
because
in
it was
shock. Like, mm-mm. White
like,
people be
what
real comfortable saying certain shit. I don't.
the
Mm.
I,
That's a
but
whole nother topic for another day.
it definitely is a conversation to be had. You know, that reminds me, I want Big Exclusive to bring back one of these show ideas so we could get this show rolling, because he has a show idea, and I believe we still need some hosts. Honestly, I think we should change it up and bring different hosts where we come together and we discuss black topics. I definitely want him to bring that back, and let's get that rolling. But with that being said, let's jump into the actual lounge talk topic for this evening. Comedian Tay Boogie said, "Is that a rose?"
No, it's
And,
not a fucking rose. It's a wine glass.
and I am absolutely crying because, niece, I'm not gonna lie to you. When you first picked it up, it absolutely looked like a
Y'all
rose.
are freaks. First of all, just on YouTube with my rules. Y'all shout out.
I was trying to keep my train of thought, but it definitely looks like a rose.
There's XXL in there. Relax.
I mean, did you gut the rose out and just that you keep it as a rose?
No, I bought it
It
like this.
it died, and you was like, "She ain't getting rid of this."
No, I got kids, so I don't like using wine glasses. So I buy silicone ones.
He said we have evolved,
Y'all
but
stupid
so,
freaks.
and it looks like a mostly guy crowd, which I think is kind of perfect for the question that I'm about to ask. So I was watching a podcast this last week, and oh, look here, buddy, is a good one. That's a good one. But I was watching a podcast last week, and shout out to Chocolate Chip and Sip with the whole Stormy P. Always a good show, and it's a podcast, and she from Philly. I like to see my Philly people do
I went to
good.
high school with her.
Oh, for real?
Mhm,
Shout out to that.
mhm.
Small world. One of my homies actually like grew up with her. Like like
She's
super
cool as
close.
fuck. Like she's
She,
cool as shit.
I met her a couple times. Always like from when her podcast was on a smaller scale to being like one of the biggest podcasts out of Philly. She definitely always had the same energy. I'm definitely a sweetheart, but she had played a clip, and it was a podcast, and some guys were sitting around, and a girl asked, "Would you die for your wife?" And Bull Trader was like, "No." And she was like, "You wouldn't die for your wife?" And he was like, "No." He was like, "I would die for my kids, but not my wife." I thought that was insane. Now, my question to you is, have you ever dated somebody that, no, let me rephrase that. Have you, how would you feel if you were having this conversation with somebody you were with and they said this?
Well,
El
hey sis.
Presidente, welcome
Hey.
El Presidente. You came in at the perfect timing. So, how old were you when you fucked your first crackhead?
Don't play with me like that. Don't start off like that.
I'm joking. I'm joking. So, just to give you a little backstory, I was watching a podcast last week, and long story short, individual was asked, "Would you die for your wife?" And the person on the show said no. So, my question is, how would you feel if you're dating somebody and you propose this scenario and they say, "I would not die for you"?
Are
If
we
we were
talking?
married, I would, huh?
I'm about to say, you talking dated or just married?
So I
What's the
think it's kind
difference?
of loaded because I think that dating is a better way
Not a
to phrase the
rose.
question. Because if you are married, I think that you already know the answer to this. So I
Not
would say dating would
necessarily.
be, oh,
Not necessarily, because you do have some people out here that are just married. A lot of people marry for different reasons.
this is
So
true.
the answer might be different depending on the couple and depending on why they were married.
Okay, so let's take it there. You're hypothetically married and you ask like, "Yo, we out somewhere and it's dangerous. I'm in a imminent danger. Would you die for me?" And they say no. What is your thought?
My first thought, I would be devastated if this is my husband that I married, that I love. We have a connection. We are one when it comes to everything, kids, finances, all of that. That would definitely be a conversation, because then what's going through my mind is, well, why? Why is that your answer? Give me some context behind that so that I can understand where their answer is coming from. And by the way, that did look like a rose. I thought there was a rose.
It's not
I
a
was
rose.
backstage. I was backstage like, do she got a rose wine glass? I ain't never
It's
seen one of them before.
it's just
Yo,
wine,
Britt,
My
guys.
I'm
bad. I ain't
not
mean to go off topic, but I
I'm
had to throw
not
that
even
in
gonna
there.
hold you. If these episodes wasn't live and they was pre-recorded and we can name them, this episode would be called
The
Brick Got a
rose.
Rose. Brick Got a Rose, y'all.
It'll be the rose. Cause I'm backstage like,
No, it's wine.
but it looks
It
the
do. I
the
can
shape,
see. I could the
the
shape.
sphere of it
Okay, I
all
get it.
looks like a
But
rose. The
no,
color.
it's wine. I promise.
But Britt, same question to you. How would you feel if you were married and you proposed this question and the guy says, "No, I wouldn't"?
I'm always the one, man. I'm always. I'm not asking nobody this question. Why are we in a situation? To me, this is my thought. My marriage is supposed to be my safe place. We
Right.
supposed to be safe, protected wherever we at together. Why are we in a situation to where I feel the need to ask you this? Number one.
Now, so I've been in situations with people like this that I've dated. Now, I talked about one situation. It was about last summer where it's late night. Me and my shorty at the time, we're going to my homie crib, and all of a sudden I see six young boys with ski masks pop up. I heard something, I see six young boys with ski masks, and my
Mm.
first reaction was to push her in the house because I mean they got ski masks on. My next thought is, the way I see them, I could have caught them off guard the same way they just caught me off guard. This
Yeah.
could become an exchange. My first
Right.
thought was to get her out of danger's way.
To protect
So,
her.
so also I had another situation where I was out, we're at a bar, and people start arguing, start tussling. My first immediate thought is, I'm out. I'm getting you out of here. So I take the young lady out of there, and she was kind of upset. She was like, I don't think it was that deep. I said, listen, as soon as shit starts shaking like that, I'm out.
No,
I've
but
been
see,
in a
I'm like you like that. I'm like, once shit start looking crazy,
You got to
it's
be
time
out.
to go. I expect to marry somebody who is that much of a protector in the sense that you said, like, oh, this don't look right. I shouldn't have to ask you that because if I married you, that should already kind of be a give, kind of like what Tiff said, we are one. Like that should be a given that you're going to protect me in any situation.
And I know that my guardian angel, when I meet my ultimate day, when I get there, nigga, I'm glad I can quit this job now because I know I had took my guardian angel through some times. There's been a few times where I've happened to sense something was a little off left, and like people are no longer with us
Yeah,
because of the situations that had transpired.
yeah.
Wow.
But
You gotta trust
and
your
this
gut in them situations though.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
soon as
where
shit
do.
people be
started getting a
going
little weird, it's
wrong.
like,
That's where people be going wrong. They be like, "Oh, it ain't that deep,"
Oh
and
yeah.
then by the end of the night, it's that fucking deep.
Everybody
You should have just
shooting.
left when you felt it. If something, I always tell people like if shit is getting delayed or like you feel like you're supposed to be somewhere and you not there, like there's a reason for
And the
everything. Like
keys
there's
for that.
never a reason that something's not going right for you.
Yep.
now in this second scenario, I was out and we're in this bar, they start arguing, we leave. So the young lady was like, I think you overreacted. I don't think it's that deep. I was like, it looked that deep, but the slightest commotion, I'm ready to go. She was like, but I'm not ready to go. I said, all right, let me check to make sure the air is clear before I let you come back over here. I walk across the street to talk to the security guard because the security guard is chilling. So I'm like, it might not be that bad. Before I got the opportunity to make sure absolutely everything was clear, I turn around. Don't you know I see this young lady walking across the street and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? She was like, it didn't look like it was nothing. You didn't even give me the chance to go over there and clear it.
No.
Yeah, but
I don't
Because
that's
even
the
talk to
type
her
of
no
people you
more.
don't.
You
Females
don't hear
be
nobody around
so.
like that.
I was gonna say that too because a lot of times females get either drunk or they just oblivious to their surroundings and they're not aware of danger. Like
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but like
Or they're just not
I
paying
don't.
attention.
Yeah,
Just
like
flat
it's
out just
just
not paying
you're just
attention.
oblivious to what's
and
going
I
on
You
around
got to
you,
be
and
able
it's
to
like
read the
sure.
that.
room.
Once you're, but in a situation where you're with somebody who's telling you, "Yo, this don't look right. Let me go check it out," and you're actively going to seek out the bullshit, you gotta understand. You gotta start reevaluating the people you're outside with because
Yep.
at the end of the day, we came out to have a good time. But once it becomes life or death, and I feel unsafe, what are we talking about?
I'm out.
And
I ain't
it was
staying.
it was definitely so I had a conversation with one of my friends like that following Monday, and she was like, honestly, it might be time to like let that
Yeah,
one go
hang it
because she
up.
was like, I'm always going to trust my man's lead. She was like, you know what? Nothing could have. Well, we eventually ended up going back in, and nothing did happen. But she was like, Aunt, the fact that you felt that way, whatever you said, oh, all right, I'm just doing it. I mean, it ain't that deep. We can go to another spot. We can go home, but we get the fuck out of here.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
So that kind of leads into my next question. How would you feel if one of your close friends wasn't being protected in this? Well, I'm not even going to close it off to a friend. It could be just somebody close. If you seen that their man wasn't protective of him, how do you react to that friend?
In that moment,
No, it doesn't have to be in that moment because you know things are still kind of high adrenaline and stuff like that. When y'all talk later on, how do you tell? What do you tell your friend about that person?
Oh, I'm pulling my friend to the side immediately. We need to have a conversation about this because I noticed that this person don't have your best interest at heart to think enough about you to protect you.
Right.
Well, my thing is, I'm just gonna jump in. Like I don't know. I'm that way with all my female friends though. Like I'm the protector. Like I'm always the one. She a little too drunk, keeping the niggas away. All right, it's time for us to go, yo. Wrap it up.
No,
Like
I ain't gonna hold
I'm
you. You
that
put
friend.
yourself in a situation. I ain't putting myself in nothing.
No,
You
no.
put
No,
Now,
yourself in
not
this
no.
now
And
situation.
I'm
I'm
not
not
even
saying
necessarily saying a
no.
situation
Yeah,
that
that's
you
what I'm
caused.
not saying that.
I'm
I'm just
saying like it
saying
could just we could be at a block party and it well actually this has literally happened. Now I went there in Bartram Village. One of my
You got a
homies
lot
like
of
I'm throwing a
experiences going on, Britt.
so we
I'm listening.
we we go to one of my homies cookout now. I'm with my homie Corey and he like, and I don't want to go here. And I'm like, I mean, we only stay for a little bit. So we get there, we start having fun, an altercation happens, and it gets very dangerous. I mean, an AK-47 was pulled out. There was gunfire exchanged. I mean, we were taking military ducking and dodging, uh, which I was actually like, I'm the only person here that was in the army. Why do y'all know how to take cover like y'all was in a gunfight in Iraq? But everybody takes like the proper cover and nobody is hurt. But let's just say, perfect scenario. You watch you and your friend get there, and your friend is there with a dude, and gunfire erupts. He takes off running. He he takes off running. Now y'all get back to safety. They drop you off for the night. What is your next conversation with your friend?
I shouldn't have to have a she better have cut him off. But that number better be blocked before we even get back to the fucking house.
She
I
like
shouldn't have to have a conversation.
she love drunk. She making excuses
ain't
for him.
no, ain't
But
no,
what do
ain't
you
that much love drunk in the world. It's
My thing is,
gunfire.
I love my friends, but don't bring that nigga around me no more. If that's who you
No.
gonna choose to deal
okay?
with, don't bring that nigga around me no more. I'm never gonna cut my friend off for a nigga unless the nigga is like directly causing an issue between me and my girlfriend and she not seeing it. But if that's who you gonna choose to deal with, I love you to death. I can tell you my opinion, but you as grown ass people, I've realized you can't make nobody do shit.
No.
And so if we all see that this motherfucker is not this, if shit go down, he's not gonna protect you, and you still like, all right, I'm gonna rock with him. That's your decision as a grown woman. I love you to death. I'm gonna cry real bad if something happened to you. I'll be the first one at the funeral. Like I told this bitch not to fuck with that nigga. But I'm
Mhm.
still gonna be your friend because at the end of the day, that's what friends do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person to stop being your friend because of who you're dealing with.
Just
That don't
don't
have
bring
nothing to
him
do
around
with me.
me.
Okay.
I
Just
just
don't bring
don't
him
want to
around
see.
me. Don't
He
talk
can't
about
come
him
out
to
with us.
me.
He
Don't say
cannot
his
come out
name
with us.
around me.
He can't come to where I'm at.
He better
It's
not.
like I got a PFA on this motherfucker. Keep
He
him the
better
fuck
not ever
around
pop
me.
up while we out somewhere. Oh, he didn't know we was gonna
Mm-mm.
be at. Oh, I'm leaving. Peace.
Mm-mm. Absolutely.
And
Anytime I
you know
see him,
what?
I'm leaving.
I'm glad to hear y'all say that because when I was thinking of this scenario, I really did like as I'm looking through the question, I've been close to a situation like this with somebody close to me, and it wasn't quite the same because it was more of a fight. And I called said individual, yo, bro, what we doing? Like, how you let this happen? And I think he was negligent in the situation, but I don't think he had ill intention. I just think that he was caught off guard by the situation and it got out of hand. But I think he was doing his best to try to maintain it with what he was thinking on this line. But as a result, somebody close to me had something happen. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Now, when he explained his side, I'm like, I don't like it, but I can't be mad at you because you tried to diffuse it. I
Mhm.
think you just chose the wrong approach. But I can respect that more than you just letting shit happen.
Right.
But
Agreed.
I think that was a lot of big words to clear his name. But I I I really was like, yo, I don't know about I had to ask y'all because I don't know how I would feel about that person. Because honestly, you gonna be with him. I, I feel like y'all two birds of a feather, two peas in a pod. fuck yeah, both. I'd rather not be around the bullshit. But
You do
I
gotta
think
pay
the thing about
attention
it,
to people's behaviors. You know what I'm
right?
saying? You do gotta take that into consideration. But again, if this my homie, you know what I'm saying, and this nigga you just start talking to this, like, you gotta learn somebody when you meet them. But
True.
Absolutely.
if you meet him and we all see this nigga's a nut ass nigga and you choose to keep fucking with him, I'm not gonna stop being your friend like that. What kind of friend do that make
I
me?
am going to tell you stupid though.
I absolutely
I'm
am. I'm
definitely
gonna
going
tell
to
you
tell you
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 crazy
dumb.
as
You
hell,
dumb
and
as
it could.
hell.
I'm one of them friends. I'm good to say, oh, it couldn't be me, because I don't want to tell
Mm-mm.
you dumb, but I'm gonna tell you it wouldn't be
I'm gonna
me.
tell you, you will end up being hurt behind this
Yeah,
person. You will be
yeah.
end up being hurt.
But that's a real friend. That's what real friends do, though. You gotta have the conversation. You can't just,
You should never
you know
hold
what
your
I'm
tongue
saying?
with a friend,
For
but just
If
don't
sure.
it's
never talk
really
about
your
that.
friend, that conversation ain't gonna end the friend. If the friendship ends because I'm telling you that this person that you brought around me, I don't really fuck with they vibe. If that ends our friendship, then that means you
So
wasn't my
be
friend
it.
to begin with.
So be it.
That's a great point. That's a great point. I just thought because at first when I heard the topic, I thought honestly, I thought it just could have been a wine cooler. Like, what is your thoughts? But then as I sat and thought about it more, it just grew legs as a topic because I'm like, yo, so as they're talking about it, the girl was like, so many people was like, so what do you do if one of your friends they their dude doesn't protect them? And I'm like, ugh.
You can't make no
And
grown person. You can't make her stop fucking with the nigga. Like, that's at the end of the day, any grown person. I can't make you do anything. But as your friend, I'm here to support you and I love you and I care about you. So I'm gonna tell you what I think and what I feel. And as an adult, it's like, at that point it becomes your prerogative to take what I said and do as you wish with it.
now
We're
this
too
one young
grown.
lady that I was talking about with the incident where she went back, I was tight the rest of the night. And when we were leaving and I was going to take her back home, I laid her out. And she was like, but nothing even happened. I said, but this is the part that you don't
Not taking it
understand.
seriously.
And I was like, you're oblivious because we're from different neighborhoods. And I was like, not to say that the neighborhood that you were in didn't have anything that happened, but I've been in neighborhoods and lived in neighborhoods from neighborhoods where there was a high frequency of stuff happening.
For way
I
less than whatever we was just in the middle of.
and I was just like, listen, I told you let's go. We should have been leaving. She was like, but nothing happened. I was like,
You're
I
not
said
getting
the
the
same
point.
way you didn't let me clear the air. Let's say, homie, it took him that amount of time to go to his car to get his gun and come back to start lighting shit up. I was like, you would have been courting across with where you were at. She was like, I don't think. I said, all right, this is cool. Let's just say it happens. You get hit in the leg. Nothing serious, but hit in the leg. Your mother's going to know that you were with me. Her
Mm-hmm.
first thought is not going to be, oh, you was with Aunt. How did this happen to you? Her first thought is going to be, you were with Aunt. Aunt, why did this happen?
Yep.
Now,
How
when I
did you
look
let
at your
this happen?
mother and tell her, I told your goofy ass daughter that I wanted to leave. She wanted to stay. I went back to clear the air, and before I could make sure the air is cleared, she's coming over here. She got herself in that predicament.
Let me tell you something. We are way too old to not read the room
Mm-hmm.
and to have people around us that would allow or would stay in situations like that. That's why I'm very particular of who I hang with, who
Who
I
I go
call
outside with.
friend, who I
Yep.
go anywhere with, because if it go down and you just stand there for the shenanigans and you just want to walk into it, that's on you. I'm leaving. And I
Listen,
just know not to hang around you no more.
I'm too damn old.
I don't want to be
I'm
about, I got kids I need to come home to.
Hello. Once the drama start, get me the fuck out. I'm too
I'm
old.
out.
I
Once
need
I
to get
start
home to my
hearing
kids.
drama
yelling,
just don't
screaming, anything, I'm out.
drama don't
You just
excite
ruin
me
my
like it did
time.
when I was younger.
Yeah, you just ruin my time because I'm out here just trying to vibe. I'm trying to maybe get a glass of wine, talk, enjoy the little hour or whatever, and go
Being
home. I
kid
don't want to
free
see
for a
nobody
few
fighting.
hours.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not trying to go. I gotta come home to kids fighting. I'm not trying to be out watching people fight. I hear my kids fighting all the daggone time, arguing and screaming.
mm-mm.
I'm good. Save the
Well,
drama.
because this was such a sensitive topic, I didn't really want to open it up to the audience because I was like, I'd rather just do the comments because I'm like, I don't want this to go left because it's sensitive enough where it could trigger somebody. So I kind of wanted to keep it contained. But y'all did that one. Y'all did that one. Y'all took it somewhere I wasn't completely prepared for. But as always, I always appreciate y'all coming through and blessing the audience with your presence, allowing me to use up some of your time. El Presidente, what's your last words for the good people?
Have a good night. That's it.
Well, then what you got to do?
Don't worry about that.
Let me say how the grown folks business, but I appreciate you
Hey,
coming
yo.
in this evening. But Britt, niece, glad you could come back. It's always good to have you here for your monthly come through.
Always
What's
a
your
pleasure.
last words for the good people?
Amen. Don't be outside with motherfuckers that's gonna keep you in the middle of drama, dog.
Right
Don't be
there.
outside. Don't be
Right
outside
there.
with no messy ass motherfuckers.
Don't be out with no goofy people.
Take your ass home. Shit
For
start getting
sure, for
goofy.
sure.
Take your ass
Hey,
home.
you entertain clowns, you become part of the circus.
Hello.
But as always, audience, I want to thank y'all for being here with me this evening. Always a great time, always great feedback. Y'all know how I like to end every show. Live every day like it's your last, but make sure you are prepared for tomorrow. God bless and good night. And Stone Cold said that.
Everybody out my house, but it's Crip style. Watch how I get about my house, y'all. Get out. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck. Get the fuck. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Nigga, quick come. Get the fuck up my house, nigga. Huh? What?